Learn English while learning about daily life in Australia with Rob McCormack. Podcast number 4. A barbecue in Melbourne. Let's do it. Hi. In my last podcast, I talked about preparing to go on a summer barbecue in Melbourne. In this podcast, I would like to talk to you about one of the many parks and gardens around Melbourne where you can take your family for a barbecue. Melbourne suburbs have many beautiful parks and gardens, with many walking and cycling tracks for the people to use and enjoy. Actually, Melbourne has been called the Garden City, as all suburbs have such parks and gardens. These are filled with native and exotic trees and plants, as well as wide grassed areas where you can have a fun game of football or cricket. And crossing all the parks are long walking and cycling tracks. At several places in the park there are wooden benches and seats, often under a large covered pergola or shelter. Other park features include adventure playgrounds for the children, nearby seats where the adults can sit and watch their children play, toilets and plenty of off-street parking for your car. At several places throughout the park, there are also public barbecues. Let me tell you about such a park near my home in Melbourne. I have been there many times for a family barbecue, especially when our 2 boys were younger. It is the Ruffy Lake Park in Doncaster. It is 68 hectares in area and has 7.8 kilometres of walking paths. Ruffy Lake Park has a small lake, Ruffy Lake, but the best things about this park are the beautiful gardens, the large grassed areas, shady trees, children's adventure playgrounds, walking paths and many barbecue areas. Even on a hot day, you can always find a shady spot to eat your meal and enjoy the great Australian outdoors. The family arrives by car. As soon as the car stops in the car park, the children are out and running excitedly for the playground. The parents bring the esky full of food and drinks, the picnic rug, and any sports equipment they may have bought. They find a spot near the playground, either a nice piece of shaded grass, or perhaps there is a bench and table available under the shelter. They set up their picnic. Next, one of them takes the meat and goes to the nearest barbecue. At Ruffy Lake Park, the barbecues are electric. Underneath each barbecue plate is a button. By pushing this button for about 10 seconds, the barbecue will turn on. A light next to the button tells you the barbecue is turned on. It's free and it stays on for around 15 minutes. Once hot, scrape the hot plate clean with your barbecue spatula and lay on your meat for cooking. There is nothing better than the smell and sound of sausages or steak cooking on an outdoor barbecue. When cooked, call the children in and pile up your plate with salads, a bread roll and some cooked meat. And don't forget the tomato sauce. Now enjoy the meal and the day. Another summer's day in Australia. Magic. If you have a question or a comment to make, please leave it in the comments box on my website at www.slowenglish.info. Goodbye until next time. Rob.